A Jake to the Past on Instagram asks, if you could adopt any video game character to be your child, who would you pick? That's a great question. Excuse me. Ellie from The Last of Us, because she is quick and witty and kicks ass in case of emergency. Does it have to be human? That's the real question. If human, Ellie. If not human, Yoshi? Come on. Yoshi! Cyrene93, I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's always weird when you've got to say people's usernames out loud, because I guess you read them without thinking about it. Now I'm being judged, you know? So Serena's asked 3 questions. First one is, what game made you develop your love for gaming the way it did? For me, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time changed my life, and then when I got a PlayStation 2, as I said earlier, Dragon Quest VIII made me fall in love with JRPGs, and I have not stopped playing the genre since. Why did you decide to make an Instagram and YouTube account? I was actually inspired by a couple of people in the community that I was following already on my personal Instagram account. Gundam Rust Gaming is one of them, Lunatia is another. It was these sorts of people that I saw were pretty successful on Instagram in finding a community, and I really loved that and I wanted to join in, and I feel like I've got something to bring to that, so I started uploading daily photos January 1st, 2017, and just haven't stopped, and I've loved it. I'm so glad I've done it. It's been the best thing I've done this year, basically. And then with YouTube, I've always wanted to get back into doing YouTube semi-frequently, so having an audience established on Instagram already to then carry over to YouTube has been amazing, because when you make videos, you always want them to be watched and appreciated by people. Otherwise, why would you make it, you know? I don't think that's a vain statement. I just think it's a realistic statement. Everyone wants their work to be appreciated. So when I sort of realized that there were people that were interested in watching YouTube videos as well, I was like, why not? Let's do it. I've got the gear, I've got the skills, I've got the experience, let's make it happen. That brings us to now, I guess. Back on my old channel, I would spend like 30 hours editing a video and like 150 people would watch it. And already I've only had this gaming channel on YouTube for like a month and a half, and like the view counts on the videos have been the same, if not better, than my old channel that I had for 7 years, you know? So knowing that people are watching and appreciating sort of inspires me, I guess, to keep making cool stuff. I never want to make half-assed stuff, so I sort of hope this is coming across as semi-polished, I guess. I don't know, I'm very self-conscious about that, so. And final question, why are you so awesome? I don't know. Jacob McCourt on Instagram asks, I would love your insights and tips for claim sales on Instagram. I've never bought anything via a claim sale page on Instagram, so I have no damn clue. The only advice I can give you is the same advice I would give to anyone buying stuff through Facebook, which I do a lot. Use PayPal so your butt is covered. And he also asks, any tips you have about lighting your shots? I know you showed that white craft board you use, but any other tips would be greatly appreciated. Yes, we love this white craft board. Ooh, new profile picture. I shoot a lot on this thing. It's so handy and helpful, and I just like to use it all the time. Jesus. My other tips would be use sunlight, because sunlight is free. It's free from the sun. The sun makes free light. So shoot during the day, open your windows, get as much light as you can in. The second thing is, depending on what you're shooting, you know, there's artistic license on everything, but try to make your light even. I have this tiny little light, which I'm using right now to light the side of my face. You can buy like these for like 30 bucks on eBay. This one just runs on AA batteries in the back. I've had this thing for years and it always just does the job for me. So I'll often use this to fill out light. So as you can see, I've got window light coming here from my face, and then I'll use my artificial light to light the other side of my face, and that fills it all out quite nicely. It's the exact same thing for photos, basically. So to have 2 points of lighting is always great. Or try using your iPhone, although that's more like a green color. Hello, it's me, I'm a green man. If you want to get real specky, you can get soft boxes again on eBay for reasonably cheap, but they're quite big. They're great for shooting stuff like this, what I'm shooting now. It just depends how dedicated you are and how much money you want to spend on lighting, I guess. But those are, yeah, two cheap and easy options that can help you out. And then just use your 2 points. So one here, one there, and they're lighting your subject. Everybody's favorite Zelda collector, Hylian, with 2 A's, on Instagram asks, why are you so cayooot? No. 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 I'm really not. Sam and his video games on Instagram asks, how much time do you put in shooting photos, and do you prefer shooting like whatever and fix it in post, or the other way around? Really looking forward to a new video. Thanks, Sam! So I don't usually spend too much time taking photos. My job can be quite demanding hours wise, so if I get a spare hour or two, I will just go ahead and shoot a bunch of photos all at once, and I don't really put much thought into them, to be honest. I just sort of make them up as I go. I try to, you know, nail the look that I'm chasing when I'm shooting. I don't do much photoshopping. I mostly just, you know, use the sliders to change contrast and saturation and, you know, shadows and stuff like that. It's kind of pretty basic, to be honest. So yeah, anything within the photo, I try to capture it, you know, in camera. And I guess that comes from shooting video as a job. It's a lot easier to get it right on set than have to fix it in edit a lot of the time, so yeah. Mora Looper on Instagram asks, how long did it take to collect your stuff? As I said before, I think it was about 10 years ago I started collecting, but the first few years I sort of had a part-time job, so I didn't have too much money to spend. I've been employed full-time for about 7 years, so yeah, as soon as that decent weekly paycheck was coming through, I was collecting. So about 10 years all up, but 7 years with money. Gundam Rust Gaming on Instagram asks, favorite movie based on a video game? There are some appalling video game films. I'm just trying to think of any good ones at all, to be honest. I literally had to Google it because I couldn't think of any decent ones, and Google didn't help, they're all terrible. Most of these I haven't seen as well because I hear that they're awful, so Warcraft never seen, Lara Croft Tomb Raider I've seen, I don't remember it being good. Mortal Kombat's haven't seen. Final Fantasy The Spirits Within I have seen. I didn't really enjoy it. Prince of Persia Sands of Time I actually didn't finish, it was that boring. Street Fighter haven't seen, Silent Hill haven't seen, Max Payne haven't seen, Doom haven't seen. Wreck-It Ralph, hells yeah! That was a cool movie. Can I say Wreck-It Ralph? Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva I hear is really good, and I own it on DVD, but I haven't watched it yet. Oh, Pokemon, the Pokemon movie. Oh, where is it? Oh, this totally counts, right? This is where my vote goes. Pokemon, the first movie. Like the only good video game movie. Although it was kind of based off the anime, but the anime was based off games, so it counts, right? It counts. We're saying it counts. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I have helped quench your intrigue. Oh, that's a terrible sentence. Help pleasure your curiosity. That's even worse. I would love to do another Q&A video like this down the track. We'll give it a little while though. We don't want to go too hard on the Q&As. Thank you all for the questions, and I'll see you next week. Bye. One more quick one. Holo Gaming asked, and I totally forgot to include it when I was shooting the rest of the video, what is your favorite childhood gaming memory? And that would have to be, again, Zelda or Mario 64. Either of those two, they were my jam, as you can see. And to add on to that, how good's Mario Odyssey? It's so good. Okay, I'm off to play some more. Bye.